Hi everyone, this is a quick video on what to do if you have a situation whereby a whole family becomes infected with COVID, starting off in this situation with mum. We're getting this a lot more from the head teachers at the minute of, in this situation, it's mum, child one, child two, and dad. Does child two need to isolate for longer now that dad has become ill towards the end of the isolation period? So as you can see, mum gets ill, and we're classing that first day that mum has developed symptoms as day one. As you know, if we deal with close contacts outside of the home, that is not classed as day one, that is classed as day zero. The reason being is in a household, you're more likely to be exposed during that 48 hours before they develop symptoms when they're infectious. And in a household, you're sharing things like cups, forks, cutlery. You are sharing the same contact surfaces, the same bathroom, kitchen, toilet, towels, and there's cuddles and hugs and all the rest of it that comes with being in a family unit. So you're more likely in a household to be exposed to each other in this way. So mum gets sick and she isolates for 10 days. Then child one, dad gets sick towards the end, and child two doesn't develop any symptoms. And at the end of those 14 days, he's free to go and go back to school and usual activity. So even though dad got sick towards the end, because we assume that all of the family members have had the same level of exposure from day one, even if other members of the household get sick and develop symptoms later on in those 14 days, we still go from the day of the first person in the house who developed symptoms. What's happening more and more, though, is that we have, say, child one and child two are then in school later on, a month or so later. There is a positive in class, and there's a query of, do they still need to self-isolate because we know that they've had it and they've been exposed to it? And the answer is yes. At the minute, we don't know enough about the science of how it's transmitted, and we don't know how serious an infection is if you have it again. So if anyone is in school, even if they've previously tested positive and are then classed as a close contact, they would need to go home and self-isolate. And if, say, 2 or 3 months later, one of these family members gets sick and tests positive again, they would have to do this whole process all over again, because we don't know enough about how much, how serious the illness is a second or third time round, and how much it's transmitted. So that's just a quick update on what to do with household contacts, because I know we're getting a lot more of them. Okay, thanks.